sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out. All right, man. Tyson Fury has been one of the biggest liars in boxing history, in my opinion, at least in recent memory. He said that he talked to Conor McGregor about training, and McGregor said that was a lie. And now he's backtracking on his MMA ambitions, saying that, you know, basically when he done his boxing career, he'd dust up with any of them, but just basically not in the octagon. He only want to stand up. He too big to kick, and he don't really like grappling or nothing of that nature. And also, he talks about his 3-fight retirement plan in boxing. So let's start off there with his retirement plan. Then we'll talk about his MMA dreams and just be lying just about a lot of stuff in his boxing career that's just unnecessary to lie about, but he get away with it for whatever reason it is. But we back, Goodfella Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Share the video. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. And don't forget, tonight we got a few cards on. Obviously, you got in the MMA world, Daniel Cowboy Cerrone taking on Conor McGregor. You got Seals taking on Alvarez light heavyweight battle on ESPN Plus, and also on regular Fox. You got Julian J. Rock Williams taking on Jason Rosario in Philly. And I think the best fight of the night is on that card with Colbert taking on Jezreel Corrales for the regular WBA super featherweight belt. But yeah, Fury, and I'll link all this in the description. Fury says that he got 3 fights left in his career. Boxing wise, you know, if he plans on beating Wilder, he has to rematch Wilder. That's 1. Dillian Whyte, which is a mandatory. If you get the WBC, that's 2. And then obviously Anthony Joshua. I believe the Anthony Joshua fight is going to happen faster with Tyson Fury. No matter in what shape, form, and fashion, he beat Deontay Wilder, because Anthony Joshua does not want to leave the United Kingdom. And Tyson Fury is trying to embark on a journey to be the king of pay-per-view in the United States. But I don't think Tyson Fury would have any problems going back to the United Kingdom, fight Anthony Joshua on Sky pay-per-view, BT Sports pay-per-view, O2 Arena, Principality Stadium. I think they would have like somewhat of a trilogy of their own if he wanted to continue fighting, and if he didn't beat Joshua too bad, or Joshua didn't beat him too bad. So, you know, if people want it Undisputed to happen faster, then it's going to probably happen faster with Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, because pretty much Fury don't mind going to the UK. But at the end of the day, when you start talking about retirement, you start speaking it into existence, it's never really good. You know what I'm saying? That's something I think you should keep internal, and I'm a huge believer. Basically, if, you know, you speak it into existence, then it becomes reality. And I don't think Tyson Fury needs to talk about retirement. You know, he talks about knocking Wilder out in 2 rounds. And it's just something off about him, being a little bit more heavier this fight. He plans to be more heavier. He's 285 right now. You know, talking about retirement, you know, and he just seemed a little different. I don't think he want to be in there with Deontay Wilder again. And I'm not following what somebody else saying. This is just my gut feeling. I feel that he edged the first fight, or he could have had it a draw. But I tend to favor that Tyson Fury won the first fight. But I think he missed his shot. I was listening to Wood video earlier. I think he missed his shot. I really did. I think that was his one chance to beat Wilder and keep it moving. You know what? But at the end of the day, I do think Wilder is probably going to win. Just looking at it before I break down some more film, I could be a little bit premature on that. But anytime you start talking about how many fights left you got in your career, this, that, and the third, it's just really never a good look, especially in a sport like a combat sport, or a real physical sport like football, you know, American football, boxing, MMA. Once you start thinking about retirement, then, you know, I think you are already on your way to being finished. And I do think he don't want to go through that punishment he went through with Deontay Wilder again. And I say that because the way his wife was acting, the way, you know, just, you know, the way some of the people in his camp was acting, they don't want to see him go through that again. They thought he, you know, had died or he wasn't getting back up. But he got up in the same manner versus Steve Cunningham. But he got up faster, you know, versus Cunningham. But he was laid out just like that. And, you know, I just don't think he want to go through that trauma again. And I think Top Rank overpaid him versus Schwartz and Wallin. I think they overpaid him for this moment with Deontay Wilder. And this is why they are producing the pay-per-view on pay-per-view on ESPN Plus, even though Fox has got a co-promotion or pay-per-view deal. But with Tyson Fury, I just seen something a little bit off with him as far as, going into this fight. And I don't think it's going to be a trilogy unless Bob Arum really pushes him to do so. And then you can just go back the first fight. I'm giving my check to the poor, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? He's just a little bit off. I really don't think he all the way there. And I think he just be lying just to be lying. I don't get it. If he go in there and he go head up with Wilder, credit to him. If he come out the victor, you gotta give him credit for fighting that man's fight and beating him at it. If you go in there and get iced, I look at it as a Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler type of situation. Even though they say, Marvin Hagler was at the dice table shooting dice the night before the fight, and people got on Keith Thurman about that with Pacquiao. He was at the dice table in the middle, the night before the fight. And people forget Tommy Hearns was at the crap table in Vegas the night before the fight with Marvin Hagler. And he came out there and he fought offensive like he knew he wasn't going to be able to go 12 with Hagler. He came out there like an animal, and to me, he fought a little bit scared. So that might be a situation you get with Tyson Fury where you go out there, he might come out there and just shoot it, shoot his load. You know what I'm saying? He come out there throwing a lot of punches and trying to take Wilder head off. Now, can Wilder do what Hagler did? And what really turned up Hagler was Hagler started bleeding. He had a bad cut and they was going to stop the fight. And he knew that he wasn't always the darling in boxing. And, he turned it up and he ended up stopping Tommy Hearn. So, will Wilder be ready for that type of fight like Hagler was? And if he is ready, which I believe he is ready for war, I think he can spark out Wilder Fury pretty quickly. But, anything in the heavyweight division can happen. That's a lot of weight between them dudes. If Fury come in at 270 and Wilder come in at 210, 215 again, that's a lot of fucking weight. So anything can happen. Wilder battling somebody in the other weight classes, they worlds apart. But let's talk about his MMA ambitions, okay? Conor McGregor came out this week and said that, Tyson Fury was out here saying that, Conor McGregor was going to train him for MMA. They talked about it. And McGregor said, I ain't never talked to him. He said it's a cool story, but he said, I ain't never talked to him. He lying, but he said, I wrote with the story, though. And he said, he don't mind training Tyson Fury. And then Tyson Fury backtracked saying that he don't really have no ambitions to do mixed martial arts. He only want to stand up and fight those guys. And my whole thing about it, nobody asked Tyson Fury to go into the octagon. Nobody asked Deontay Wilder to go into the octagon. Why would you take a step backwards? That's the question. You know what I'm saying? If you making the type of money they making and on pay-per-view, Tyson Fury made $10 million plus his last two fights. McGregor making $3 million a night. He their biggest star. So, why would you take a back seat? Why would I cross over to MMA? MMA need to get this boxing money. I don't need to get the Dana White money, that censor money, where he get the majority of the money. They did a live gate. They had the 5th highest live gate for Cerrone and Conor McGregor. Cerrone only making $200,000 with a possible $200,000 win bonus and some back end money. McGregor making $3 million with no win bonus. So think about it for a minute. Why would I risk leaving my element to make less money? You know what I'm saying? Period. If you want to make the most money, you make it with me. But that's just that Tyson Fury got a problem. He a habitual liar. He is the Eddie Hearn of boxers. He just talk. You don't know if it's the truth. You don't know if it's the lie. You got to decipher it. You got to learn their characteristics. You got to learn when they posture, when they lie, how they posture, when they tell them the truth. And like I said before, the MMA fighters, ain't nobody asked Tyson Fury to go in there and kick and grapple or nothing like that. If he don't have a kickboxing background or a grappling background, I wouldn't expect somebody who's just going to war with Tyson Fury twice to then go, with Wilder twice to go into the octagon and wrestle. You know what I'm saying? If he want to put the smaller gloves on and do the bare knuckle thing, then they can do it. But he should be able to outstrike any MMA fighter. But once again, it is the heavyweight division. It is the heavyweight division. It's a different animal. One punch can change it. He mentioned Stipe. Stipe mentioned him. John Jones. He mentioned another gentleman in the MMA world. But yeah, he just talked to hear himself talk. Like we still trying to see what did that donation go to when where did that donation go when he beat Wilder, when he said he was giving his money to the poor. I don't need money and it's not about money. Like, come on, man. Imagine if Deontay Wilder was out here telling a laundry list of lies. Imagine if Deontay Wilder said, I talked to Conor McGregor. Conor was like, I never talked to him. What the fuck is he talking about? Imagine if, that came out. What is he talking about? So they gonna let Tyson Fury get away with what Tyson Fury want to get away with. They gonna let Tyson Fury lie, because he's everybody's darling, because people want to see Deontay lose. That's what it boiled down to. First, everybody seen AJ was flawed, so kind of people bagged off AJ and he lost. Everybody want to hop on the Tyson Fury bandwagon, and if Fury get ice, it's going to be somebody else. Well, Fury was old. He wasn't the same fighter once he came back. Or Fury actually beat him the first fight. They going to do whatever they going to do to discredit Deontay Wilder. But if Wilder goes on to have a great career, a historic career, when he retired, he going to start getting all the pageantry that he should have got when he was boxing. So in boxing, if you looking, I'm going to say this to end it in a second. If you looking to get credit, you looking to be praised and put on a pedestal as an active black boxer, Dominican boxer, Cuban boxer, anybody in the black scale, Jamaican boxer, if you looking to get credited with being a great fighter, no matter how your resume look, no matter how great it is, you're not gonna get credited till you retired. You know what I'm saying? Same thing for Muhammad Ali. You're gonna see the same thing for Floyd Mayweather. Only guy that really got that credit was Mike Tyson. That's because he was a phenom. Everybody loved Mike Tyson, and it's always exceptions to the rule, but that's just what it is. That's the battle you dealing with. And you got some Mexican fight, Canelo. No matter what he do, he can't please everybody. So he do what he want to do, and that's one thing I do admire about Canelo. He don't let nobody dictate what he gonna do, how he gonna do it. He learned from Floyd Mayweather. Man, if I beat a boogie, man, they gonna create another, but it's never gonna stop. I'm always gonna be ducking somebody. When I do what they want me to do, when I beat this guy, it's gonna be a question. So Wilder need to realize that. You know what I'm saying? Do what you want to do. But for Tyson Fury, just to tell them to keep lying and lying and lying, how is he getting away with this? If he lying about crossing over, he lying about fighting with McGregor, how am I supposed to believe him about his failed drug test? How are we supposed to believe him about his mental? Ain't nothing mentally wrong with that dude, bro. That he's just a habitual liar. I mean, he was a Negro fighter. He wouldn't have got away with this. Everybody be hanging on his every word. Oh, Deontay said that he would go to MMA. He said Conor McGregor was going to train him. McGregor said he never heard of the guy. He never talked to the guy. People be hanging on his every word. And I just let you know, man, when you go to boxing has always been built on race. Brown, black, white, Simpson yellow, green, orange, purple. Boxing is built on race. You know what I'm saying? No matter, Conor McGregor whooped the hell out of Khabib, but people still like Conor McGregor better, and they act like Khabib is a loser. You know what I'm saying? They act like Khabib is some type of mark or something. Like Khabib wrong, and Conor McGregor talked about it's about race. It's about race. Conor McGregor punching old men. Imagine if Deontay Wilder or Khabib or Floyd Mayweather was in the bar, the pub, and he punched the old man. Imagine they was on South Beach and they crushed somebody's camera. That's the double standard in boxing and in sports in general in the world. So when you got the complexion for the selection, you can get away with things. When you don't, it's going to be amplified no matter what you do. You know what I'm saying? So that you got to learn your place. Because everybody going to want you to lose. They going to want to try to push you to lose. And you got to always follow your own game plan or your team game plan. Always. Don't worry about what the fans say. Don't worry about what nobody else say. It is what it is. Some guys just going to have protection. But as far as Tyson Fury standing up versus any MMA fighter, as long as he's functionable, he should be able to beat him. He should be able to beat him. You know what I'm saying? He grew a star power in wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a crossover fight, with John Jones. He talked about fighting the Klitschko's and some of these other dudes. Maybe it makes sense. Stipe, maybe it makes sense. They're not making no real money like him. No real money. Mixed martial arts is a slave trade right now, man. But hey, let me know what you guys think. I'll link the articles in the description. Excuse me. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Best way to donate. and share the video. Don't forget to check out our heavyweight playlist, boxing rumors. We got everything, NBA, NFL. And also, don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code GoodFella1Boxing, get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Check them out. Lotion soaps, foot soaks, and much, much more. One time.